Good morning, friends. Here I am again with a new video, and we are going to continue with yesterday's topic. Well, I decided today, just for a change, why not to make an outdoor video instead of the studio setup? Let me make in the backyard. So, yesterday we were talking about how to find love in life, and we came to this point where we were discussing that unless we reach a state, we experience, or we are in the state of being love or having love, it will be difficult for us to find that outside in the world. Because yesterday we talked about these two things, that the universe will give you what you have, not what you are desperate about. And as far as love goes, first we need to experience it in ourselves. It is only then that we are going to find it out there in the world. And then we reached the point where we talked about the way the world operates, the cinema, the film, and the projector, and that insight. So today we go one step further and we go on with what we can do if in order to find love we have to be love, then what we can do. So today we are going to explore a technique which will help us to reach this state of love, or to be in the state of love, or to be the love itself. And once you do that, that will be equivalent of putting something on the film, and once it comes there back on the film, it will be possible to have it on the screen of the world. Once you are able to be the love or be in that state of love, eventually life will give it to you out there in the world as well. Now, before we go on to use the technique, there are a couple of things I would like to, a couple of insights, couple of concepts that I would like to discuss here. The first thing is that, well, by now I think we have figured this out, that we are not one. You are not one. There are two of you. The you, the real you, and the you, the mental you. The me, the real me, the me, the mental me. Now, it is not possible for the mental me to be in a state of love. The mental me, if you get in the if you start loving the mental me, it will make you the narcissist. This is what a narcissist is. He is in love with himself, but not with who he really is. A narcissist is in love with the idea of who he is, not who he really is. So when I say we want to be in a state of love, we want to be the love, it is only possible for the real you, who you really are. So this is the first thing. And the second thing I want to talk about is I want to bring in the concept of currency. You know currency, right? Like euros and the dollars and the Japanese yen and this and that, all different currencies. Now, what is a currency? A currency is an accepted symbol of our possessions, our resources, or our worth. So with the help of currency, whichever currency is acceptable by locals, you can make the dealings. For example, you go to a shop, you pay them euro, and they'll give you what you need. Now, let's say if you've got a big house, and then you go to a shop and tell them that I want a bottle of milk, and I've got a big house. Maybe I'll pay you a brick from my house. That won't work. If you have got a big worth, a big house, you convert it into currency. The world will accept currencies, not the objects. Now, basically it is simply for convenience. Currency is something that conveniently lets you and me to exchange our energy, right? Currency is a symbol of exchange of energy. This is what we established. Now, what is the currency of life? What do you think is the currency of life? What do you think in life we use as a currency instead of a euro or a dollar? What is it that we exchange in life? Friends, in my opinion, the currency of life is attention. That's true. The only thing that we have got in reality, the only thing we call is mine is attention. It is when and by attention, I believe you understand what is attention. For example, if I'm at this moment, I'm looking at you, I'm giving my attention to you, like where I put my focus. If I'm looking at the skies, my attention is over there. Attention is my energy goes to a particular point. In a way, attention is a piece of my life. So when I give my attention to you, I'm giving you a piece of my life, and when you give your attention to me, you're giving me your piece of life. This piece of life, small pieces of life, these are like small moments of attention, and this attention eventually is the currency of life. The reason I am bringing this topic of attention and currency of life is because in the end, when we want to exchange, any form of exchange happens through attention in the real world. For example, what do you do when you are with your friend? You are exchanging some kind of energy, but primarily the base of any energy is with attention, like attention plus something. Attention, for example, attention plus appreciation becomes love. What is love? If you break down love into few pieces, you will see that it is primarily from different angle, it looks differently. The base is always attention, like attention plus a pinch of appreciation plus a pinch of gratitude or gratefulness. This is what we call love. And attention plus judgment, this is what we call criticism. Attention plus blame, this is what we call anger. Attention is the base of every exchange. So primarily, that is why attention is the currency. And when we want to create the state of self-love, when we want to be in the state of love, or when we want to become love, the biggest tool or the most important tool that we have got is attention itself. It is with the use of attention plus appreciation plus gratefulness that we get into the state of love. I will explain you the technique how we can do that, but for a moment just consider this thing. What do you haven't you noticed this in your own life or in your friends' lives or the lives of the people around you, that when people are already in a relationship and for a time, and when they start feeling that things are not working out, isn't it the first thing people feel is that they are not, he or she is not giving me what? Attention. It's like when you are with your partner, when you are with your husband or wife and you are walking on the street, and when you see that this person's attention is somewhere else, when this person is absorbed by something else, you don't feel him or her close to you. So what means to be loved by someone, or what means to love someone? Principally, it means that it is not possible to love someone or something and not give them attention. Attention is the primary thing. So that's why this is the tool that we are going to use. So in order to be in the state of love, in order to be the love itself, in order to put the state of love on the film, this is what you can do. As I said earlier, you can only be in a state of love with your real self, not the mental self, not the idea of who you are. So where is your real self? The mental idea is, all the complexes and all the beliefs that we have about ourselves, and that's not real. Where is the real self? The body. Of course, not the physical body, but the body that lies within the physical body, the energy body or the subtle body. Now that is the real self, and you can only be in love at that point where through your real self, which is through your physical body or through the body. Now how do we do that? The process is very simple. Please do not be deceived by the simplicity of the process. I have said it many times earlier, just because it is simple doesn't mean it is not effective. On the contrary, the more important is something for us, the more simple it has to be. So here is what you can do. Remember, what is love? Love is attention. Without attention, no love. Like if someone tells you that he loves you or she loves you, but it is all without the real attention that they give you, it's not love. So first thing, attention. Second thing, appreciation. And third thing, gratefulness or gratitude. So we combine all these three things and we give it to the body. How do we do that? The best way to do that would be to sit relaxed in some place where you can find. You can sit in the meditative posture, or you can simply relax with legs open in the garden, in the park, or at your home, wherever, it doesn't matter. But definitely with closed eyes, because when the eyes are open, your attention has many windows to go out, to jump out from yourself. So when you shut the eyes, a big part of your attention stays within you. Of course, it can still be absorbed in your thoughts, but still, at least the outer stimulus will not affect you. So this is what you do. You sit relaxed with closed eyes. In the beginning, take 3 deep breaths. Fully inhale and fully exhale. Only 3 of them. And then do not try to control your breath. That's right. Let the breath fall in its own rhythm, depending on whatever mood you are at that time. So we are not trying to control breath. We are not trying to breathe slower or deeper or to do anything with the breath. We are simply allowing the breath to find its own natural rhythm. And once you figure out that your breath is already in the natural rhythm, then this is what you do. You try to give your attention to any one part of the body. Personally, I prefer to start with the feet. Like I will choose any one of the feet, and you put your attention there. And by putting your attention on the feet means you simply, like your eyes are closed, you don't see it, but still you can know where it is. So how do you know that? By putting attention there. Like simply your attention goes from here to the feet. Feel it about 10 to 15 seconds, and while you're doing that, feel grateful for that sensation of life where your feet is. Appreciate that sensation. So here 3 things come together in one part of your body: attention plus appreciation and gratitude. Then after 10, 15, 20 seconds, move on to another part, maybe to other feet. Do this, repeat the same process. Then move a little further upwards on the legs, one leg, then another leg, then move further, one thigh, another thigh. Gradually keep moving then again on the belt region, then the lower belly, then the belly, middle belly, stomach and the back, then the chest and the back, then the this part and the upper back, then the shoulders, arms, hands, finally the palms, then this part, the neck. Remember, you are not trying to relax. This is not a process. I mean, our goal is not relaxation. If it happens, it's an additional benefit. Our goal is to simply put attention, to return the attention to ourselves, who we really are, because who we really are lives in this body, the subtle body, energy body within this physical body. So we are putting, relaxation is a byproduct, but what we are essentially doing is we are putting our attention there. We are adding a pinch of gratitude and a pinch of appreciation. That creates a field of love, and then you can move on to the neck and the jaws and the eyes and the forehead, and completely covering the entire body. Once you know that you have covered the entire body, you might feel a sensation of the entire body covered with some kind of sensations, like energetic sensations, like you might feel you are just the energy. You might not, stop feeling your physical body, but you will essentially feel the energy body by that time. Just be there with the entire body and appreciate this sensation. Feel grateful, because this sensation means you are alive. Just that appreciation of gratitude and appreciation and gratitude with the attention, they will create a field of love. Be in that state for about 2-3 more minutes. So the total time by now would be about 10 minutes, by covering the entire body one by one, plus 2-3 minutes staying in that state. And then finally, it is the time to send this energy to encompass the surrounding with this energy. So still keeping the eyes closed, imagine that the sensation of energy that you are having is expanding. It is not limited just to yourself, but now it is expanding around you. Like, let's say 1 foot around you. Now the field of that energy is widening. 1 foot around you, then 1 meter around you, then 10 meters around you, and gradually it is moving farther and farther and farther and farther away, and try to encompass. This is not imagination. This is a sensation, and it is possible to expand just on the command. You give command and it will expand. Expand as much as possible, encompass the entire world in that field of appreciation, gratitude, and attention. Once that is done, stay in that state for about a couple of more minutes, and then slowly, very gradually, open your eyes. Now is the time to use the same technique with the things around us. For example, if there is a living object around you, maybe a plant or a tree, give it your attention, feel the appreciation to it, add sense of gratitude for its existence. See, the thing is, you are wanting to have love, but in order to have love, you must be giving it out. You can only give out when you have it, and it's only when you have it you will get it back from the world. So if you are looking for love, don't look for finding it, look for giving it. And this is how you give. In order to give, you first become it, and then you start sending it to any little thing around you. It could be an animal, it could be a non-material object, it could be a person. But once you have the hang of what it means to be in the state of attention plus appreciation plus gratitude, it is possible to extend it to any other thing or person around you. When done, when you do this practice for several days regularly, in the beginning I would really recommend to do at least twice a day. It will not take more than 15 minutes of your time, but if done twice a day over a period of 3 weeks, it will be possible for you to invoke this feeling on command. Like, it will take only seconds for you to feel that what earlier took 15 minutes to feel. And once you do that regularly, what will happen is that you will be staying more and more in the field of appreciation and gratitude and attention. That is, you will be staying in the field of love yourself. And when you are the field of love, it is only then the universe opens its doors for someone to reflect that love to you. Well, friends, I hope this technique is very simple. If you have got any questions, please feel free to write me. I'll be happy to respond to any queries about this. However, before I end this, I just want to mention one thing. There is a very famous saying in the Indian scripture Bhagavad Gita. The saying goes like this in Sanskrit: Karmanyeva adhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. What it means is that your authority is only on actions. Your authority is not on the fruits. It means you do everything in your power to do what is needed. But whether the fruits will come or not, that is not in your hands. You have only right on the actions, not on the fruits. For example, if there are 10 seeds of the same plant, let's say apple seeds, and I throw them in the same soil, it is not necessary that all 10 will grow into apple trees. Some of them will, some of them will not. But your authority is to do what could be done. The fruits will depend, it depends on many other factors, not only your efforts. So the reason I am invoking this Bhagavad Gita at this point is because while you will do all these things, you will do this practice and that practice, in spite of that, what is going to happen will happen when it is destined to happen. Because we don't know our past, we don't know our karma, we don't know our destiny, and eventually what is in our hands is to do the best we can do and let the fruits take care of themselves. It doesn't mean we should not do efforts. On the contrary, we should exhaust all the efforts. But the fruits are not in our hands. That is what is decided by the destiny or God or universe, whatever you want to say. With that, friends, pleasure talking to you. We'll be back tomorrow with a new video. Until then, have a great day. Thank you very much.